Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another Blu-ray 3D review. This time we're taking a look at Transformers Age of Extinction 3D IMAX 3D. Oh, I've been meaning to sit down and review this movie for a minute. I just really haven't had a chance to. The bird finds that funny. Yeah, so another Michael Bay Transformers film. If you watch my channel, you guys know my feelings on the Michael Bay verse. It is very mixed, to be as positive as possible, I guess. This film is the fourth Transformers film in the franchise, and there are things I liked about it and things that I did not like about it, and I'm not really going to tear apart the movie that much. I'm going to talk about some of the things that I do like about the film and some of the things I thought were a little odd, and talk about the disc itself and the Blu-ray scenes, 3D scenes, all that kind of good stuff. So, talk about that first. So here it is. I got this at Walmart. At the time of the recording, it was $26 for this one, and it also has the expanded IMAX scenes on it, which is really cool. I think the standard Blu-ray version of this had that as well. So basically you got your bars at the top, and then when the IMAX comes on, it fills out the entire television set, which is kind of cool. I do like that. And yeah, we got this really cool picture of Prime going, no! He kind of has the Frank-Invader thing going on, and it's that really cool 3D image artwork. I really do dig that. That's kind of nice. Here is the side of the package. It's got the Transformers logo and got Mark Wahlberg. And then here's the back of the package with a whole bunch of pictures and a little write-up. There are over 3 hours of extra footage and features and things and stuff. And okay. Inside jacket is exactly the same like most of all this stuff is. It's actually a pretty thick set. Let's see, what is in here? We've got the digital copy that you can download. Hey, did you know there were other Transformers movies? That's all kinds of cool. The inside jacket is kind of nice because we've got a picture of Prime riding Grimlock, which was one of the hokiest bits of the movie. Inside we have the Transformers Blu-ray 3D, not painted. Ugh, that drives me crazy when they do that. And then we've got the Blu-ray version of the film and the special features on a blue disc. How creative. And then we have the DVD copy that's on a silver painted disc. Again, not very creative. And then here's the backside of Grimlock's tail in China. So, yeah, that's it right there. That's what it comes with. Now, there are other versions that you can get out there. I think Best Buy had an exclusive with a little statue of Prime riding Grimlock that we saw on the inside jacket here. I'm not sure what else really was out there. I really just wasn't interested in getting anything too terribly fancy for it. I just wanted a copy of the 3D movie. So, what did I think about the film? It's okay. It was good. It was fun to watch at the theater. That's for sure. This is basically a reboot of the franchise inside the franchise. While it is still a sequel to the previous films, we have totally scrapped the original human cast, which is fine with me, except for the parents. I really did like the parents. I thought they were the best part of the original trilogy. Glad Shia LaBeouf is gone. Mark Wahlberg, he does an okay in this film. He's not too bad. His daughter is smoking hot in this, and she seems a little, I don't know, a little too old to be his daughter. You could really see them as a couple, which is kind of creepy. But he's supposed to have her when she was a kid and all that kind of stuff. And then the boyfriend, who's an Australian, I think. He's some kind of race car driver on some sort of little amateur circuit. The big bad humans are, you got this big executive with Transformium, inventing Transformium, basically stealing it from the Transformers and using it for his own commercial good. And then you have Kelsey Grammer, who plays a Black Ops oh, I guess, agency, the head of an agency, Black Ops agency, and he is really damn good and really damn evil in this movie. So Kelsey Grammer does a great job in the film. He's probably one of the best human actors in the movie. They also reset the robot cast in this. The only two that really literally survive are Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. We see Ratchet die in this film, which is really kind of sad. And then we see that the Wreckers and the demise, what happens to the other Autobots. We do get, is it 3 new Autobots, which is good. I like the fact they reset the cast. You want to see different characters, different robots. Of course, you want to sell new robot toys, which is important. I like the characters and dislike the characters. So the 3 new characters, we get Hound, who's a military truck thing. We get Drift, who is a triple changer, which was cool. I didn't expect that when I watched the movie. I knew he was going to be a Bugatti, but I had not expected him to turn into a helicopter, which he does, which was very cool. Unfortunately, we don't get a triple changer toy. Maybe we will at some point in the future, but you know, right now we don't have one. And then we get Crosshairs, who is an Australian character. So, yeah, we'll talk about the 3 here in a minute. But I like the fact they went back to a small group. And in reality, you got to have a small set of characters because there are just too many Transformers out there. The thing I think is weird about the new characters, they're very racist, very stereotype. The American is fat, loud, stupid, and loves guns, who is Hound. Drift, who is the Asian character, Japanese, I presume. He is the wise and, you know, regal and very stealthy kind of samurai warrior, which is interesting. I mean, his is probably the least most offensive, I think. But then, and there's a reason for that. And then Crosshairs, who is like this stereotyped Australian that always wants to get in a fight and start shit, and loudmouth and arrogant, kind of, you know, Russell Crowe fighting around the world style, which is kind of weird. Now, and going back to the Drift, why I think Drift is the least offensive character is they really pushed to get this to film in China. They film in Hong Kong. Because they wanted that Asian market. China is a huge market that is opening up to the film industry, and they really wanted that. So, like, and there's like a breaking point in the middle of this movie. Half of this movie is in Texas, the other half of this movie is in Hong Kong, China, which is really, really weird. The Dinobots, unfortunately, while they are promoted huge, and it's the heavy influence of the thing, not in the movie, hardly at all. They show up at the end, and they are massive, and none of them have a speaking role. I figured Grimlock would be the only one to speak, but not even he speaks. And we don't get all the Dinobots that we get in the toys, so that's kind of interesting. The plot itself, basically, the humans are using the Transformers to make new Transformers. They rebuild Megatron into Galvatron, which is a creative way to do it. It's kind of interesting. And then he's got a bunch of drones, Decepticon drones. Of course, he reprograms the human version, and he's going to wreak havoc. At the same time, we have Lockdown, who's a bounty hunter that comes to Earth after Optimus. Totally dilutes the story. You could have taken Galvatron out of this, and it would have been fine. It almost suffers from too many bad guys syndrome. So there's 2 big bads on 2 different plot points, which is weird. But they're kind of setting up Galvatron for the next bad in the next movie. I did like how Lockdown had his claw that he had in Transformers Animated, which this is what this character model kind of, Transformers Animated rebooted the Lockdown name and character, and he's a bounty hunter, and I did like that. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, that's basically it. We kind of get a little bit more of how they were built by these transorganic creatures, which they're kind of foreshadowing we're going to see in the next film. Quintessons, I don't know, their movie version of Quintessons, I guess. Yeah, so that's pretty much the plot. 3D. This does look good in 3D. The opening sequence where they've got the dinosaurs and on Earth looks really nice. The scene out in the desert where we start to get all the different Transformers together looks really, really good. The scenes where they're fighting Galvatron and the Autobots are fighting on the highway look pretty good. The scene inside of the corporate headquarters where Drift kind of goes up in helicopter mode looks really, really nice. And of course, when the Dinobots on Earth, out in China, out in the kind of countryside of China, looks really nice. And then when they go in the big battle scene at the end with Lockdown and all of them, his little like wolf thingies attacking, that looks really cool. There's a scene where they're strung across the top of Hong Kong, way up in the air, looks really nice. So, yeah, 3D in it is just great throughout the entire film. I mean, it's really, really well done. And this is the second Transformers film that we've seen in 3D, Dark of the Moon being the first one. So, is this something you want in your 3D collection? I'm going to say yes, just on the fact that it's big, it's fun. We do get a reboot of the Transformers franchise. It's not as annoying for some reason as like the Dark of the Moon and the Revenge of the Fallen were to me with those. I think it's Shia LaBeouf. Scrapping Shia LaBeouf out of it really did help. The only thing I think I could make it even better is if we let Michael Bay go and let somebody else take over the reins. He said this was supposed to be his final one to transition into a new director, but I don't think so. There's been rumblings that he's supposed to be coming back to follow up with this, and that wouldn't surprise me if we get a series of 6 films from Michael Bay out of the Transformers. So there it is. Transformers Age of Extinction in IMAX 3D. Definitely a fun movie to watch. You can't get hung up too much in it. It's a mindless popcorn film, and all my fellow G1ers out there, just remember, it's a Bayverse Transformers film. So thanks for watching, guys. Definitely subscribe to my channel, share my videos, and as always, look for more videos in the future.